Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. I have two updates in this video because there's a lot of content coming up today. I'm going to have Bachelorette Rachel's update about going to the emergency room. It sounds like she's okay. And I'm going to give you guys an update on the Clayton Echard paternity scandal. I do have an update there. I'm incorporating it into this video because it's more or less a response to some of the negativity out there regarding my reporting. So stick around for that. I'm not here to roast anybody. I'm just here to tell people when they're just completely wrong about whatever take they have here. And you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to correct it, which is what we love about Rachel so much. She's so good at correcting opinions. Let's go to Rachel first, and then Clayton in maybe about 6 minutes or so. So right here, we've got Rachel Lindsay, one of the greatest Bachelor alums of all time, as far as her place in the media ecosystem. Well, she received divorce papers, I think on New Year's Day. Happy New Year. He's serving you. And it's been a tough couple months for her. She's begun to discuss that, but here we have her talking about some of the stresses she has felt that has taken her to the ER. Have a listen.
I don't drink like you. So my body is not like used to. You know what I mean? So I drink a couple of days and it's like,
you don't even know.
I get all messed up.
Van. Just because I'm out doesn't mean that I'm always drinking.
This is Rachel. This is everybody right now. This is Rachel. This is a pork sandwich. and this is some tequila. This is Rachel.
Let's talk about it. First off, this is unnecessary.
Drink down. This is a big pork chop sandwich, and then this is Rachel washing it down.
All right, the story's coming here of how she got to the ER. Have a listen.
No. Stop. You look like Edgar from Men in Black.
That's you. That's you.
First off, that's defamatory. I rebuke that. And that's it's even more hurtful knowing that we did not have a podcast on Thursday. And the reason being is because I was in the ER. And I've seen a lot of people have written me about their concern over my health. And it's not funny. Mm-hmm. I have dealt with GI issues, I feel like, my entire life.
By the way, is the emergency room the same as urgent care? She says she was in the ER, which seems like a real crisis. But maybe, I mean, I don't know how serious this was. I don't know. We'll let her explain.
Hey, make a face, man. This is actually very serious. And I was sick Wednesday. I was downing Pepto. I got better. In the middle of the night, it hit me 3 times as hard. I've had gallstone issues before. I had to go in and make sure that that's not what it was. I was in an extreme amount of pain. And to be very honest with you, I know people have been like, man, Rachel's been sick a lot lately. I'm in a really stressful time. So I know I come on this podcast and I laugh and I joke and I'm taking up new hobbies and I'm traveling and I'm doing things and I'm doing this because life moves on and I'm trying to move on with it. But at the end of the day, I live in a very stressful situation and I'm just trying to get to the other side. So I think what's happening to me too is just a reaction of everything that maybe I'm internalizing and I need to get out. Maybe in a better way. I got to figure that out. But I think I compartmentalize things well. And on the back end, I am internalizing things that maybe I shouldn't.
Is that like a metaphorical back end, or is she actually talking about her back end?
So I think I'm just dealing with a lot of stress.
So
you should feel bad. You should feel bad about talking about tequila, and because I can't drink.
Isn't that kind of crazy? Stress comes from a breakup, but at the same time, it also helps you drop the pounds that you put on during the relationship when things were not stressful. God has a real fickle way of working things out for us. But of course, we want Rachel to have her health. Does she say anything else about her night in the ER?
Right now, also, and I haven't had any pork, which is I'm having withdrawals. If I'm going to be honest with you. A little bit
you should tell people, like, when you came back from the hospital, I put in a group text that this was probably advanced port disease.
You see what I'm saying, guys? You see what I'm saying? I was admitted.
All right. So I guess that's all we get from her regarding her health issues. We wish Rachel nothing but the best. Rachel, I've given up pork. I'm trying to. Every once in a while, you get someone wants to give you a slice of bacon. Fine, but I'm trying not to consume it as much due to the Carcinogens. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. All right, let's talk about this Clayton stuff. I got to get this off my chest. So I posted this on the Patreon. Buckle up, tomorrow is Wild Wednesday. Any guesses what may go down? I expect it to be kooky. Spread the word. Okay, that's what I said there. 114 comments. Guys, if I can brag about anything with regards to the Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal, it is when I tell you something's about to go down, I've been very accurate. My thumbnails, a little clickbaity, emergency, whatever. I try, sometimes you can, in a thumbnail of a video, take the craziest couple words that were said, but I never try to lie to you. I never try to mislead you guys. So I was very offended. To be quite honest, I'm not, it's one of those things. It's like, all right, people can talk shit. I'm all for it, whatever. But I was very offended at the idea that I'm not going to deliver on today being a wild day. I mean, starting at sunrise, people started messaging me, Dave, what's going down today? Well, there is new documents working their way through the legal system. I think we've seen that I got a message from someone this morning. Documents were filed. We're gonna find out what those were. We're just gonna wait a minute. You know what I mean? So I said all this, and I have somebody named Cherry who says, I don't know, Dave, but when everything is wild, it's kind of hard to know when there actually will be some truly interesting, crazy tea. Although I think you are using wild ironically, unless I'm getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. Just take my word for it. If I say something's coming, guys, it's coming. A couple weeks ago, we had people really upset because I didn't get the information I thought I was going to get that day. Within like 3 days, I gave you guys the craziest information of the court, the whole year, basically. So it's like when I said right here, when I say something wild's coming, it's coming. They said, who wants to eat a Skittle, drop some acid, take a shot, do jumping jacks whenever Dave says wild or buckle up, folks? Anyone? I'm trying to get back into shape, so I'll do push-ups. And again, maybe they're just trying to be funny, She said, I guess I'm feeling snarky today. You don't say. And by the way, these are paid members, so like respectfully, I give them a little bit more leeway here because it's like, I'm not trying to burn any bridges. I'm just trying to let this person know, like, you got to tone it down a little bit. Like, I'll be the comedian, I'll have fun, but you're making accusations that I'm not delivering. Are you kidding me? No one's we're like an Amazon driver here, baby. We're delivering all day long with this content. So the person says, so my guess is that Dave is going to be a couple minutes late, crunching and munching on something directly into the microphone, humming an off-key la-da-dee, la-da-da. Okay, accurate so far, and telling us, folks, how wild the tea will be. And then when the live is about 15 to 30 minutes in and there are at least 150 people, then he'll drop us a couple nuggets of news, send a few reminders about comedy shows, ask Sasha a question, talk about furniture delivery in Nick Vielle, and then we'll hear the wild tea, which will be herbal or mint or chamomile or something of the sort. Did I guess right? All in good fun. See y'all tomorrow. Okay, all right. They said all in good fun, so in that way, I'll limit my response to just say, first of all, get my wife's name right, so you're wrong there. Also, let me hum off key. And by the way, I literally make content all day long. So what I do is and again, I'm not asking for just mind your manners when I'm chewing, like let me chew into the microphone. This morning, I had an egg that I microwaved, a keto egg. That's the leftovers from it. I had some dry cereal. I'm literally in between recording, eating food, trying to do all this. On the days I don't eat food, I get cranky and have anxiety because I haven't, nourished myself. I have a hard time explaining this to people, and I understand if people don't get it. But this is 100% brain activity that has to go into making content. It's most people have a job where you do something, then you can go walk around the office, and I get everyone's different. But if you've ever studied for a test and really exhausted your brain, that's what it's like putting this together all morning long. There's a reason why we can make 2-3 videos, 2-3 podcasts, a Patreon and all that. It's because I'm really trying to focus my energy into doing it, which means sometimes I got to walk and chew gum at the same time, have have a little cereal, get this out. And I know I'm just responding to one person, but this is, I figured I would tack this onto another video that was already going to be short, just to say, yes, the tea will come. And, there were some comments made like, how do you downvote this person? This is rude. And, and it was rude, but they said it's all in good fun. I'm just letting you know, the reason why I don't just give the tea right away on the Patreon is because the chat slowly populates. So I can't just say, here's the tea, and then 20 minutes later, people come in and say, give me the more tea. It's like, all right, chill the hell out, wait for it, we'll get to it. Now, yes, there are some days where the news is more mild than others, but I have yet to tease something from the day before. When I say something's wild, I'm delivering. And some people left comments saying, oh, you're not, basically accusing me of not being able to deliver on my promises. And all I can say is this: I'm giving people the most up-to-date information I can regarding this court case without burning sources. So in some cases, someone might tell me something, and then I know what it is. Say it's the pizza delivery guy from Domino's. Oh, I saw that Jane Doe showed up to the deposition, but please don't share this information until 3 hours from now so they don't think it's me. That type of thing. Okay, that's a bizarre sort of, not true scenario, but that's why you can't always deliver it right away, because you get information that might obviously be from the bailiff or the gardener or whoever the hell it is, and you got to wait a little bit. So I think, and I'm betting on giving my audience the chance, especially on Patreon, to say, hey, I got things coming. Just calm the fuck down and wait for it. All right, guys? That's my response. I know most people get it. I know we got like 1,300 people in the chat and only a couple are giving me a hard time. Okay, so just to summarize, you can give me a hard time, but don't get my wife's name wrong, because that really shows you don't know what we're doing. And don't be upset that I'm waiting on delivery. Yeah, we're waiting on furniture delivery. We're moving. I'm building a studio as I'm making content. It sounds so weird to even waste my time responding, but I responded through, message, and it just felt shitty. Maybe this does as well, but this is how I feel. Just enjoy the ride. You pay for the Patreon. You get what you get. That's what it is. If you don't like it, glad to offer refunds. I always say that. No one ever takes me up on it. I would rather have an audience of people that want to be there versus people that are sort of low energy, needy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay. We will. And you bet your bottom dollar, when I go on Patreon this morning, I'm going to be eating a pound of trail mix for the first half an hour. I got to stay fed, folks. And I'm going to feed you guys today, not just on the Patreon, publicly as well. It's going to be a wild day. I stand by that. We'll be back with more content right after this.